It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm with Real Ale in 140, and we're doing I'm doing a pubs and bars episode today of Cowbridge and Llantwit Major. But this has been on my mind to do for a long time, but logistically it's a bit of a nightmare because normally I'm arriving in these places by train, but there's no train station at Cowbridge. But the interesting thing about Cowbridge is that they have history going back to the Roman times. It's the old A48, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, run with that, yeah.
Really historic old town, Roman bits and pieces going on here, but no train station. So, and a market, did you say?
Yeah, it was on the cattle market. Yeah.
Cattle market as well. Yeah, so we're just arriving into Cowbridge now, but logistically, how I've worked this is that because there's no train station in Cowbridge, I'm going to do the pubs and bars of Cowbridge, then I'm going to get a bus to Llantwit Major. I'm going to do the pubs and bars of Llantwit Major, which it is another historic place with some lovely old pubs, but they have a train station, so I can get back home. So we're just getting into, there's one pub there on the right called the Edmund's Arms. There's a place there called the Junction House. Yeah, but this is a Roman town, so
you've got the Bear up there on the right.
It's got the Big Bear Hotel down the bottom, but it's quite a pretty place and very expensive, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, full of coffin dodgers.
Full of coffin dodgers. So basically, how I see Cowbridge is all of the big managers of, say, chain stores in Cardiff, like the manager of Next or the manager of Costco, they generally live in Cowbridge. They generally live in and around these places. Yeah, okay, so yeah, next time you'll see me is in a pub. Right, so I'm starting up the far end of Cowbridge High Street. There are going to be a few pubs about a mile or two, but they're in every single direction, so I'm generally going to stick it to Cowbridge High Street. So I'm down the one end. There's nothing down that end at all apart from housing. So the first kind of establishment we're going to be coming across, first of all, I'll cross the road. I'll run over here because there's an interesting place called, what's this place called? The Marketplace. Oh, let's run across the road. We're going to be going over into Harry's Coffee Kitchen and Bar. But I just want to show you this place first because I think it's closed. It looks like it's closed down to me. The Marketplace Restaurant. And the reason I want to show you is because, look, it's not in a great bit of shape at the moment, but it's got a blue plaque on it. So it was called the Mason's Arms. Dating from the Middle Ages, this inn was built into the town wall and adjoined the West Gate until that was demolished in 1753. So there's a lot of history. There's a lot of history in, and this looks like part of the town wall here. So lots of history in Cowbridge. As I mentioned, this whole place, let me run across the road. This whole place goes back, whoo, Roman times. A lot of these back gardens along here on these houses, I've worked in some of them, and they found Roman remains in the back gardens of the houses. So first place is Harry's. Looks a bit like a kind of like a restaurant-y type place going on. It looks really good. They got some craft beers on. Tiny Rebel, Club Tropicana, Gamma Rays and Camden Pale Ales, Madries and no Madry, it's beer and Moretti's and Estrellas. I'm gonna get a beer and we'll sit down. Here's another place, the Yard Pizzeria and Restaurant. Looks like they've got, that's mostly wines and kind of top shelf. The reason why we didn't go into Harry's was I went in and it was very, very busy. Really, really busy. Now, the next place, now I've actually stayed in here many years ago. This is called the Bear Hotel. And this place is fantastic. Let me just step back and show you this place from it's a beautiful old hotel, this. I'm not sure, I haven't been in it for about 10 years. I came for a night many moons ago into Cowbridge, and me and a girlfriend stayed in there and had some beers, and then we kind of went round the Duke of Wellington over the road there, and the Vale of Glamorgan pub. We went in all of the pubs, and it has a great nightlife. It's the reason why I've decided to come and show you Cowbridge, because the nightlife here, and of course it's quite pretty. Lots of old kind of Georgian buildings. There's another blue plaque over there. But let's get in. Let's get in and let's have a little look at the Bear Hotel. See what kind of food and beer they got on. Okay, so the Bear Hotel, let's get in. I think they've got some look through the window, they've got some draft beer in here. Yeah, look at this, nice timber panelled, lots of exposed stonework, timber beams, log burners, that sort of thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Beer, they've got they got some salt huckaback, Madries, Coors and Peroni. Sorry, thank you very much. Cheers. WPA, Welsh Pale Ale, Butty Back and Sharp Stew Bar. Oh, and they got some Tiny Rebel as well. Tiny Rebel, Peroni, Madries and Aspinall cider. But yeah, really nice place. You can stay here, or you can use it as quite a nice bar. Restaurant down there.
Good afternoon.
Lots of kind of well-to-do people in here. Do you have a beer garden? Out the back there, out down there? Wonderful, let's go.
Beer garden and a little potting shed bar.
Beautiful. Oh, and look at this, and look at the log burner. There we are, checking some logs on the log burner. Beautiful. So, automatic door, look at this. Little kind of nook thing going on down there. So making our way out the back. Looks like residential stuff up there. Oh, look at this. Marvellous, wow. So they've got like a glass.
Anyone seen that fucking purple cutter?
Chef swearing away, cooking. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. Actually, I might be able to just go out that way, and we'll carry on with our. Well, that's oh, they've even got an outside log burner, which is pretty cool. That's a lovely place. That's a lovely little outside sitting area. Wow, fantastic. The food smells incredible, but you can see, I was talking about it in the car, you can see the history, can't you? You can see the old exposed stonework. It's been here a long time, and not a lot of people. I mean, if you're watching from around the UK and around England way, you probably never heard of Cowbridge. It's one of those places, because there's no train line, it just exists within its own community. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Cheers. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, look at this. Look at the door. And I'm like, whatever this was on the door. Comment in the comments box. What was this? What was that for? Maybe stop people breaking the window. I don't know. So that was over the road. There's Car Caddy House, and yeah, some lovely places. What's that? The Penny Farthing. Look at that over there. Look at that. I am getting thirsty. I do want to stop somewhere for a beer, but I know there's a couple of should we have a look, see if this is a pub? Is this a pub? Is this a restaurant? I think it's a bit of a restaurant type thing. Breakfast, brunches, it's cakes. Do you know if they have draft beer on in there?
I have no idea.
You've got no idea? Okay. Well, no worries. Let's have a little, let's just poke our head in. Actually, no, it's more, we won't go in there. It's more cakes and afternoon tea in there, that one. Right, let's move on. So when I stayed here a long time ago, we had we definitely went in the Vale of Glamorgan. Now I know for a fact over there they got some really good draft beer, because I used to sell my beer to that pub when I was working as a pub salesman. I used to sell to them over there. This was a Brains pub, but we know that the Brains pubs have all sold up now, so not sure if it's a Brains pub anymore, but we'll definitely go in and have a look. Look at the doorways. Look at this, it's just above my head. Look, this doorway is quite a nice small. Maybe we can grab that table there. But yeah, let's get in. Duke of Wellington, let's have a little look, see if we can film. We have permission to film in here. There's another blue plaque. The old town hall and preaching cross stood in the street outside this fine medieval building, which has been an inn since the 17th century. 2003 Cowbridge Record Society. So let's get in then. Let's have a look. Thank you very much. Again, pub with low please mind your head signs, and but there's a secret. I've been in here, they've allowed me to film, but they have a secret which I'm going to show you in a moment. But first, I'm not sure if some of you remember when I went to Brains Brewery just last month and I was drinking Bayside Lager. Well, they have some here, which I'm really pleased about. So this used to be a Brains pub. It's now a Marston's establishment. Marston's bought out most of all of the Brains pubs in 2020, I think it was. But they've got 4 hand pulls, a couple of keg lines, 6 keg lines, and some of you might remember this. My very own beer, Barry Island IPA. But yeah, hold on for this, because this pub has some fantastic history. I've just been shown around by the manager, and he showed me a little surprise, which he's just turned all the lights on for me for. So we'll get the beer, and then we'll have a wander around. This place has a well, a lovely beer garden. I'll go on, I'll tell you, it's a medieval hall. But I'll just get my beer in a minute. But yeah, lovely place. Nice beams, stone walls over the back there. Can I have a Bayside Lager, please? Thank you very much. So I was drinking this with a brewer of Brains last month in the Dragon Brewery out there in yeah, and it was tasting great at the brewery.
Oh, it's good.
Fantastic.
It is still a cracking pint, actually.
I said to them they should put it in cans and bottles, but then again, on keg it's perfect, isn't it?
We want you to come in the pub.
I know, exactly that, yeah.
Fill the
pub, yeah.
Exactly.
Right. I'll sort this out now and then we'll come back to you.
Alright.
So this is Bayside Welsh Lager, 4.3% ABV. Let's have a chug of this. Absolutely fantastic. I think what we'll do first is we'll show lots of the little cubby holes of this place. Lots of history here, lots of low beams, as we mentioned earlier. It used to be a hotel, so I imagine that was where people went and used to stay. Back of the bar there. So we can squeeze through here. Lovely old fireplaces. I think the beer garden is... Yeah, the beer garden is down here. Let's have a little look at the beer garden. Oh, it's locked. There's the beer garden out there. We don't have to go out there. Bit of music, so carry on talking while the music's playing, otherwise we'll have a little copyright strike. We don't want that, do we? It's nice archway. I gotta remember where this is. Right, now I'm literally, he was turning lights on for me here. He was very nice, the manager of the pub. He said, you must see this. So walking, and then check this out. Oh, check this out. As I said, Cowbridge, funny place. It's been here so long. Look at this old fireplace here. And you know, what you gotta remember about these places, these pubs and stuff, is that if you get a good manager who's willing to show you around, like if I come and pick somebody who's like maybe a slightly bad mood, or you know, and he's like, oh no, you're not allowed to film, you know, we would have missed this. But the guy, the manager here, was superb, absolutely superb. He totally understood what I wanted to do. Come in, film the pub, and he turned all the lights on for me. Look at these chandeliers. But this has been here since the 15th century, this. They use it for wedding venues and whatnot. Ooh, so, I am gonna grab a pew and drink this beer. So this is Bayside Lager. From Brains, and this is tasting as good. I thought this was terrific at the brewery, and it's tasting just as terrific now. I think I paid £5.25 a pint, which this day and age, you're paying £5 a pint these days, aren't you? So I got no grumbling there. It's just crisp, it's just what I want. These things, I woke up this morning, my wife's going on a ladies' day. I was at a bit of a loose end, and I thought to myself, the kids were doing stuff, the kids were busy, the kids are growing up now, they got their own plans, and I had a bit of a loose end thing going on. I thought, I need to tackle Cowbridge. I need to tackle Cowbridge, because, and I was speaking to my mate Arthur Daly on Instagram, and I was like, Arthur, I can't get there. I can't get there. The buses are terrible from Barry. And then do you know what? I last minute, what it was, the last minute thing was, I was going to cancel. I said to my mate, relay in 140. I texted a message, are you doing anything, mate? And he was like, no, not really. I'm just reading a book, that sort of thing. And he's like, and I told him my predicament. He was like, I'll come down now and I'll pick you up. So Chris, thank you for making this happen, really, because I can make it from here. I can get a bus now. It's about 20 minutes on a bus to Llantwit Major. I can do the Llantwit Major pubs, and then I can get a train from Llantwit to Roos to Barry Docks to Caddiston. And I might get off of Barry, seeing how many points I have done in Cowbridge and Llantwit Major. I might get off at the main Barry station, and I might have a couple of pints in Barry. But I probably won't be filming in Barry because it'll be dark then. So cheers. Cheers to the landlord of the Duke of Wellington for giving me this old room all to myself. How wonderful. And cheers to Brains Brewery for producing such a beautiful lager. There are a few more pubs I got to see in Cowbridge. You've got the, what was that called? Vale of Glamorgan over the road. And then I think there's two more pubs on the way back out of Cowbridge there. But we'll see, yeah, we'll go. I'm going to drink this now. And then bush, we'll get on to the next pub. So the lovely bar manager continues to tell me stories about this place. So what he's told me, duck under the rope here, which we're going to do. We just filmed this, didn't we? And he told me to head to the left. So that's the right. We don't want to go up there. We want to go in here. Oh! Look at this. So apparently this is haunted. Little bar there. They probably got a bit of a disco thing going on here. But you're going to get stories, aren't you, of haunted houses and whatnot from the 15th century. Old fireplace, lovely Georgian windows, exposed stonework, exposed beams, stained glass window down the bottom. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Probably toilets up here as well, is it? Coats and whatnot. What's around here? Let's have a look. Out onto the roof, I think. Yeah, you got to check this place out, the Duke of Wellington. Fantastic. So we're going to be going. Next pub is there. The next pub is the. Can anybody see the Hancock sign over there? In between the two windows. That used to be Hancock's, the sign of hospitality. Hancock's beer, Hancock's HB used to be absolutely fantastic back in the day. You don't see it so much anymore, Hancock's. But that's another great old pub just over the road. Lots of hand-pulled beer. And then we're going to be heading in that direction where... Oh, it's the Horse and Groom, that's it, the Horse and Groom. I can just see it down the bottom. But yes, it's a funny, I can't reiterate. It's just a funny place because it's difficult to get to. It's just one of those difficult to get to places, but once you're here, it's terrific. It's absolutely terrific, love it. Lots of friendly people. So that's a look at that. So we managed to have a look at the little haunted room upstairs as well. Right, next pub. Right, that was a fantastic pint of lager in there. Let's cross the road. Zebra crossing. They have to stop. And let's get in the Vale of Glamorgan. I'll just pop in first, see if it's okay to film. But I wanted to show you the Hancock sign if I could. I'm not sure if you can see that up there. Got the beer garden down the bottom there. Let's get in and see if we can film. Right, okay, we got permission to film in the Vale of Glamorgan. Let's get in. So fireplace on the right there. Again, nice low ceilings, low beams, beautiful little pub. The fire's roaring away there. And wonderful, they've got a Hancock HB. I never see this anymore. I've just been raving about it on the sign outside.
Ah, right.
And I don't think I've had a pint of HB in 20 years.
No, it's older men.
Yeah, I love it. When I used to play rugby years ago, we'd all drink it when we were playing after the match. Like we'd have a pint of.
It's very popular with older people.
I'll just plonk that. Oop, plonk that there. So we got Tribute, Butty Back, Jemima's Pitchfork, and we've got HPA as well.
Yeah, we've got loads of beers.
Yeah, can I pick out? Is that okay?
You can have that.
Are you sure?
100%.
Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So, to get to the beer garden, is it back out and?
Out one of these doors, either door.
And then
to the left and down there.
And there's nothing down the back of the pub. This is the main bar.
This is the main bar. It's just a garden down there.
Okay, lovely. Look at that. Pint on the house. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let's have a taste of HB. Wonderful.
Oh, good.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So beers. Let's show the beers. So, Guinness, Sharps, Cider, Madry, Carlin, HPA.
And we've got Thatcher's and Coors down there as well. And Star of Prama.
Oh, I love a pint of Star of Prama. That's my kind of like Saturday afternoon beer, that is right there.
Very popular.
Yeah. Nice stained glass sign here. Order office. Bricks. Do you know how old the pub is?
A couple of years old, as far as I know.
A few hundred years. Few hundred years old. Yeah. So log burner's going. Do you know what I think? Well, we'll plonk my bag down and we'll sit and have a beer. Just tip some beer. Right, yeah. I think this is brewed. I think this is brewed in the Midlands now. I don't think it's brewed in Brains anymore in Cardiff. Yeah. Nice and kind of malty and biscuity and nutty and that sort of thing, but very nice. But very nice. We'll go out on the beer garden now in a bit and show you around there. Decent. I remember this Vale of Glamorgan pub. when I used to sell here a few years ago, I think they used to have a lot of, you know, you go in some pubs and they had the beer mats all over the ceiling. I'm pretty sure, it looks like they've taken them all down from the bar and they've like painted the ceiling, they painted the timbers. So that bar over there, I'm pretty sure that it used to be full, absolutely full of bar mats. I'm sure it would, but this is one, this pub is one kind of camera pub of the year, 2014, 2013, 2012. So it's won plenty of awards over the years. Right, let's grab my pint, let's go in the beer garden, let's have a look. See if this door's open. Cheers. Right, there's the high street and there's the beer garden. Oh, we got a little outside toilet there. Probably the main, could be the main toilet of the pub. I sat down, unfortunately, I mean, table was a bit, what, my beer went everywhere. Never mind. So, beer garden. Oh, and this is where I was dropped off here. My mate just dropped me off over there. But there's a craft thing going on over there. It's beautiful though, isn't it? It's like, because it's been here for so long, it's had time to, there's stone buildings everywhere, nice mature gardens. That's what you get from an old kind of town, is maturity. It's been here a long time, the gardens have had time to grow, and it's a very affluent area, is Cowbridge. I couldn't afford to live here. Cowbridge is terraced house, probably about £500,000 here. It's a lot of money to live here. And I think what I was saying in the car earlier on, in regards to like lots of managers and people living here, is because it's probably the fact that it's quite hard to get to. You know, there's no trains really. There's no trains here. The buses are not great. They're kind of Cardiff to Cowbridge buses. They don't really go towards Barry. So it's one of those tucked away towns, well kept secret, and they want to keep it that way. Yeah, decent that, 3.6%. It's funny though, I always, probably pulling the face, it's difficult. I always find it difficult going between lager and bitter. I'm like one of these, I like to stay either one or the other. But anyway, that's a look at the Vale of Glamorgan. We're going to make our way to the next pub now, which is it's up there on the left hand side. See you in a moment. So when I used to sell beer in the pub, I used to sell my bottles here in Elephant and Bun Delicatessen, and I just wanted to show off this little place because it's like one of those little hidden gems of Cowbridge, which is just fantastic. See lots of cakes. We got some Christmas beers here. Yeah, more cakes. It smells fantastic. They got like a fresh kind of bakery thing going on. Lots of honeys and jams, and very much reminds me of like a tourist. It's like a seaside town with no seaside. It's just very quaint and nice and expensive. So there's some of the pies and stuff. But the reason why I'm here is, yeah, the beers. Just wanted to show some of the beers off. Ciders at the top.
On the top one.
Fell in Fall, Purple Moose. Sorry, I'm in your way. Ciders there. Bluestone Brewery beers there, and then yeah, some canned craft beer stuff. Crafty Devil, Conway Brewery, Wrexham Lager, that sort of thing. And Tiny Rebel, Polly's Brew Co, and then there's some stuff at the bottom. Yeah, so yeah, nice little delicatessen, and then back out in the high street. So we're kind of more or less finishing. I was told the bus stop's outside WH Smith, so I'm going to be looking now to get a bus to Llantwit Major. I quite like Llantwit. Llantwit's another funny place where it has a train line, but it doesn't quite have the, I don't know, locally I think locally Cowbridge is the place, you know. Locally Cowbridge, South Wales, if you've got a little bit of money, then generally you're living in Cowbridge. Last pub, because I was told the pub up on the corner here doesn't open until 4 o'clock, and I'm not going to hang around this place until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have a little look. Oh, is this place even open? Oh, I'm not even sure. It's like lots of people congregating on the corner. I think they're just looking what I'm filming. Am I filming? What am I filming? Right. Horse and Groom, is it open? Is it open? No. It's locked. Is there, can we see any of it? Not really. Horse and Groom. It's one of these places, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm filming it because there's not that kind of, there's not a million pubs in Cowbridge. This is the place you want to go to if you want to have a pint of Carlin. I'm looking there, there's Madry, Strongbow, Carlin, jukebox nights, that sort of thing. So that's Cowbridge. That's Cowbridge. I'm going to go over to WH Smith now and work out when the bus is and make my way to Llantwit Major. So this is the logistical nightmare bit. This is why Cowbridge is Cowbridge. I am on a bus now. I was going to get on another bus to get to Llantwit Major, but it doesn't leave the town hall until 4 o'clock this afternoon, and it's currently 2 o'clock. So what I thought I'd do is jump on a local bus and make my way to Bridgend, get off at Bridgend, and then get a train from Bridgend to Llantwit Major. So at least where I'm going to now, there's a train line. Yeah, so I'm going to another town, not Llantwit. I'll get to Llantwit eventually. So luckily for me, I am in the nearest beer shop, which is next to Bridgend train station. So we got off the bus. We're now in Bridgend. We're supposed to be in Llantwit Major, but there's always a positive, and the positive is I'm drinking a fantastic lager in the nearest beer shop. Wonderful. All chilled, all nice and cold. If I went in the Railway, which is a pub just up the road, they would have charged me probably £5 for maybe a best bitter. I've come in here and I paid £4 for an Augustiner Edelstoff lager. I know what I'd rather be. Right, if you're ever in Bridgend, check out the nearest beer shop. I didn't think I'd be filming in Bridgend today, but yeah, long story short, gonna get a train to Llantwit. It's gonna be dark. It's already starting to get dark, so I'm gonna be filming in the dark, so I don't want to waste anybody's time. At the outside of the pubs are gonna be dark, so if you want to watch dark pub Simon drinking, you're very welcome. Right, we are on the train now. We're on the train line now, so there's no problem with buses anymore. We're heading to Llantwit Major, and I'm leaving Bridgend. So a bit of a round trip. It was always going to be a difficult day, this one. So I got a nice Augustiner Dunkel train beer. What I find interesting is the looks you get. You know, when you decide to have a train beer. a lot of people these days decide to drink like cans on a train, like, you know, the funky coloured cans, because they don't look too inconspicuous. Is that the word? I don't know. But a bottle is, I don't know. If you're drinking a bottle on a train, I think you're definitely classed as an alcoholic, aren't you? People look at you and they go, he's an alky. I've had a few looks. But I'm drinking one of the finest dunkels in the world, with the finest countryside. Look at the countryside behind me. There's nothing more glorious in life, I don't think, than a bottle of Augustiner Dunkel and the Welsh countryside behind me. So we're probably about, oh, I don't know, I'm on an old rattler, and we're probably about 10 minutes from Llantwit Major. It is still getting dark, so I'm going to try and do this before it gets dark, and then I'm on the train line then back to, my house is on the train line, not literally, but close to the train line, so I feel safer. Buses, I've got no clue with buses. I'm like, oh god, the bus. I did the bus from Cowbridge to Bridgend, but yeah, buses, I'm not very good with buses. I feel safe now. I feel like I can go to Llantwit Major and I know there's always going to be a train. Right, see you in Llantwit Major. I'm going to make sure I finish this dunkel before I get there. Okay, we are off the train and we are in Llantwit Major. So on the, just coming around the corner here, it looks like we have two pubs. On the left we have the White Lion, and then on the right, the King's Head. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That's going to be my train ride home food. Major Kebab and Pizza House. Oh yes. I know what I like. I know what I like. Right. Anyway, forget about food for a minute. King's Head, White Lion. Where are we going? Where are we going first? Oh, look, this might have been a brewery. Do you know, this has feelings of brewery about it. Look at this. This definitely has feelings of brewery about it, whether it is or whether it was at some stage in its life. I know there was a brewery in Llantwit Major because I worked as a carpenter running my own business, and I spoke to an old lady that I was fitting some doors for, and she said there was a brewery years ago in Llantwit. So that, I'm not sure if you can see the 1887 now on the chimney. I reckon the White Lion used to be, or was a kind of a tap house for a brewery. I mean, if you're watching this and you, of course, most of you know beer. Most of you are probably thinking, yeah, kind of barrel storage, barrels leaving here, pub on the front, brewery in the back. That has definitely got things going on, hasn't it? Maybe I'll ask a local, I don't know, a local, or maybe I'll ask the business people in here. Right, let me go and ask if I can go in the White Lion. Just spoke to the landlord and he has indeed confirmed that it used to be a brewery out the back, which is very exciting, and he's let me come in and film the breweries, the pub. So this would have been an old tap house for, oh, and there we go, look at that. Fantastic, that's a Sharps Twin Coast Session Pale Ale. Just quickly sort that out now. Show my wallet of it, and train tickets and wallet and all sorts here going on.
250.
No worries. So this is the beer.
Thank you very much,
Awesome.
sir.
Thank you for the information regarding the brewery at the back. I kind of, it looked like, what was the name of the brewery?
Couldn't tell
You don't know.
That was in 1922.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. So there's a look at the brewery in 1922. Thank you for the photo. I'll have a little walk round.
No problem. Carry on.
Right, Twin Coast Pale Ale. Brewed in Cornwall, pretty decent. It's a pool table type, but you can see fireplaces and you can see the beams. I mean, these places, they change, don't they? They change with time. You've still got the, if you want the old fireplace, you've got the old fireplace behind there, and the oak beams. It's all still here essentially. Right, let's go. Okay, so this is the King's Head, 1714 established. Lovely old pub again, across the road from the White Lion, which we just had a nice half in. So let's go in, let's have a look at the pub. So this is the lounge. Lounge is quiet, but I think what we have here, the classic, what I would say, where all the locals drink. This is probably a restaurant. This is probably where people come and eat and have some food. It's nicely furnished, very, very nicely furnished. Fireplace, which, oh, that could be on, couldn't it? That'd be really cool if that was on. Of course, bogs, toilets, lovely bar. It's kind of, the beer selection is Moretti, San Miguel, Brains, Bitter, Coors. 2 Hamples that don't look like they're on. Guinness, Carlin, Foster's Strongbow. But yeah, if you can just see through here, you can see this is what a pub has always been about. Bare stone walls, dartboard, pool table, people chatting, catching up on their weeks, kind of having fun. Let's go in the main bar. It's not the greatest beer selection, I'll be honest, in this pub, but I suppose it's what brings people together though, isn't it? I mean, if people enjoy getting together and having some fun at the end of the week on a Saturday. So here it is. This is the main bar of the pub. So you've got the lovely, beautiful stone walls. Again, kind of low beams, fantastic dartboard, pool table, and beers. So, I think I'm going to go with a Rev James, I think. Or maybe a Brains Bitter, I don't know. Maybe a bottle of San Miguel. Lancaster Bombers down there, which, you know, some pretty decent beers in here. Let's see how we go. Hello, can I have a half of Rev James, please? Is that okay? For my let's carry on filming the pub show. Lovely stained glass windows, lovely bare stone walls. Nice, it's nice. It's a nice old pub. Perfect. Right, let's try the Rev James. So it's definitely getting dark here, but I want to get a sense of this square where I'm at. You have the Tudor Tavern in front of me, which, I mean, that looks really, really old. Then you have the Old Swan Inn, which looks even older and is advertised as Llantwit Major's oldest public bar. You've got some cottages around, and then you have a pub called the White Hart over here, which looks pretty fantastic. Amazing. I mean, you could just makes you want to wander down this corridor. Should we just wander down this corridor, have a look? Look at these doorways. I mean, here's me. Here's the doorway. These places have been here forever. They really have. And it's a chance for me to explore Llantwit Major, but then it gets modern. Then there's some heaters and there's some coverage and there's some lights and it's brilliant, pretty brilliant. What a lovely pub. I've not gone in yet. I've got to go in each pub these days and ask if they mind me filming. It's just a nice thing to do, only because through my experience, there's that doorway again, look at that. In my experience, people generally kind of, you go in waving a camera around, people generally don't like it. They want to be given a bit of notice, they want to be asked what you're doing, what you're filming. So I'll go into the White Hart. We'll start at the White Hart. It has a blue plaque on the outside. And a post, well, it's not a post box anymore. It's a whatever that is. This was the first known domestic residence to be built following the destruction of the manor of Boverton in Llantwit Major during the Owen door 1405. The house was rebuilt by John Baker, Jack of England, about 1440 in the 18th century as an inn. It struck copper coins and hosted monthly, of course, formerly held in the town there. I'm a bit drunk to read that, to be honest with you. Did you get that? Did you get that? Right, I'm going to go in and ask if I can film in this lovely pub. The White Hart, the landlord was super cool here. He's like, yeah, come on in, film, get your camera out. So already, as I walk through, I've noticed these, you can see these kind of outlines of whether it was windows to the outside or, again, timber beams on the ceiling. Looking down, look at that, it's a wonderful view through the bar. People enjoying themselves, eating, having fun, wine, beer, JW Lee's, Vale HPA, Buckham Original, brilliant beers, Some nice lighting in the corner, but it's mainly about the age of the building. What I find fascinating about this building is the fact that it goes back to the 14th century, but the beams are so high. The beams are so high. I'm not sure what goes through. Let's have a look. Toilets. Another look at this door. I mean, look at this door. This is I'm about 5'7". Oh, we've been out the beer. We've already done that, haven't we? And yeah, so let's go back in. Let's go back down. I'll do a quick spin around the restaurant. And then we'll I think we'll dash, because it's getting dark. It's starting to get dark, and it's starting to, I want to try and get it all before it gets dark. So classic pub in the UK is, you would have had lounge or lounge, bar or bar. So if you wanted to take your wife out, you would have gone through one of these doors. If you wanted to have a pint with your mates, you would have gone through another door. This looks like the restaurant. Nope, that's the residential quarters. So how do you get to the restaurant then? Oh, I don't know. We filmed it anyway. Let's I'm struggling for darkness. I'm struggling for the, I want to get, I think the Old Swan, being, not to be biased, but Llantwit's oldest pub, I think we should leave that till last. Let's get in the Tudor Tavern traditional pub. I'm going to go and ask again if I can film, see what they say. But again, look at this doorway. Look at this doorway. I'm higher than the doorway. And I'm short. I'm really short, I promise you. Right, I want to give the Tudor Tavern some coverage. This would have been the front door years ago, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think it should still be the front door today. This is bring me in, drink some beer, and then it opens out. That was the way Victorians built buildings. Now it's just a dray cellar and a blocked up doorway advertising what they've got. It looks like it's had better days, unfortunately. It hasn't been painted for a while, but the most important thing for me, unfortunately, is I can't find a way in. It's a letter in the door, and yeah, that ain't opening. That ain't opening. So I'm gonna give the Tudor Tavern traditional pub as much publication as I can, but unfortunately at this, it must be about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. If it's not open now, it's never going to be open, is it? But okay, the Old Swan, Llantwit Major's oldest pub. You can see this place. You know old buildings when they got staircases on the outside. Just love it, absolutely love it. There's a couple of stairs here. Did that once lead to a door there? It's a little peephole window now. It's beautiful. Let me cross the road. Let me cross the road and let me show you this place. That is a very, very old building right there. Let's see the blue plaque. Let's see what it says. Early 16th century tavern. During the Civil War period, the innkeeper Edward Maddox gained. You read that. Pause it if you need to. I'm going to go in and see if I'm allowed to film. The British Institute of Innkeeping. Now this looks a really lovely, lovely pub. Again, with a small doorway. If you're 6 foot, you're ducking. I'm going to go and ask if I can film. So we did indeed get permission to film in the Old Swan Inn, Llantwit Major's oldest pub. Let's get in. There's some lovely... I've just been in to use the toilet and speak to them. Obviously, again, that would have been a door there years ago into what would have been either the bar or the lounge. And then we have left-hand side, which is the door only, because that's been blocked up now. Fireplace, beautiful, beautiful fireplace. Again, lovely, kind of low beams, but quite high. But exposed stonework, really, really lovely. And then you go in, you have whitewash walls. Again, whitewash walls. I've had a drink. I've been one of those things that are kind of farming community, traditional community. Beautiful bay window over there. Little cubby over there, and beer. So Settle Brewery, Red Herring, Thomas and Ilford, and this is where I'm from. Vale, Glamorgan, the Barry Brewery, Carling, Budvar, Hull River Cider or Guinness. Mahu, that's an interesting Mahu sign. That looks like Glamorgan Brewing Company, Camden Pale Ale, Coors and Recorder. But yeah, hops still on the bar.
You okay?
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah,
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, better filming, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
filming,
cool.
yeah.
I work here as well, see. So.
Oh, cool. I think what's good? What's good at the bar?
Boys. So the Red Heron is just from up the road.
Yeah,
Thomas
yeah.
Very, very nice.
Very good.
And gold as well. We've got a Vale Glamorgan Porter there over on the left. So it's a dark one. So the one on the left is a dark.
Yep.
This one's like a bit of a gold, and this one's like.
So what are you?
Say it's a gold as well.
I'm gonna Red Herring. Should we go with that one?
Yeah, have a little taste of before.
Let's go with that Red Herring. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have a drink now. I'm signing off. I'm done for the day. I'm finished. I'm gonna have a drink. Thanks for watching. Stone the Crows. Cheers.